If your cheerleader is struggling with back stunts like an arabesque or a scorpion or a scale, but they can do easy heel stretches, then listen in. I'm going to show you some exercises to help improve their ability to do the back stunts. Believe it or not, both front stretches, heel stretches, and back stunts, they go hand in hand. We have to have good hip extension in our down leg to do a heel stretch. A lot of times when I see somebody struggling with a heel stretch and their bottom knee is bending or they can't quite pull up as high, it's because their hip flexor on the opposite leg is tight. And this will help an arabesque or scorpion or scale. You need to create that stability first in the down leg and then work on the strength to be able to lift the back leg up. You also need flexibility in through your hip and not your spine. Working on back bends can help, and you can get some back mobility, but most of the time that creates too much pressure through the lumbar spine, the lower back, and not enough mobility in through the hip, which can, one, lead to hip labral tears, and two, lead to back compression fractures or spondylolisthesis or other back injuries. So it's really important, let's get the hip mobility and the control, get the pelvis mobility and control, and not crank through back motion to increase mobility. So we're going to start with 3 exercises to get you moving in that direction. The first exercise is a cat-cow exercise. Now, a common mistake I see people make in a cat-cow is they just kind of dump into the lower back and then really push up into their upper back. But they're not isolating the lumbar spine and the lower back. And they're going too quickly without control. So we're going to start by just nice and slowly going into this cow position that we're arching the back, and then tucking the bottom under into the cat position, working not to get extra into the upper back, but really try to tuck the bottom under. Moving controlled between, so we don't just dump, but you go as far as you comfortably can and not hinge at the back. This is going to create that lumbopelvic stability and mobility to keep that motion going. If you do this as part of a warm-up, you can do 5 repetitions. If you're doing it on and off through the day, you can do 10. If it feels good, do a little more. If it doesn't feel good, do a little bit less. None of this should hurt. The next exercise we're going to do is a bird dog exercise. This is going to create stability in through that lower back as well. We're going to start with just the legs. You can progress it to do the opposite arm and leg. So on hands and knees, make sure the knees are hip distance apart, not too close and not too wide. And we want to come back to that same position. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders. You're going to look between your hands, and then we're going to raise one leg straight back. Again, not making sure that we're not arching through the lower back, but we're keeping that neutral. And the goal is to get the leg right in line with your body. I struggle with this one. It's hard for me to really lift my leg up. Alternate legs, making sure we're not falling to the side. A good way to challenge this exercise is to put a ball on your back. Or a book if this is too hard. Maintain that as you work on raising the leg straight back. The transition is what challenges. The ball just gives you a little bit of feedback called proprioceptive feedback to tell you to make sure that we're not falling into it, we're not over-rolling, and it falls right off. So that's a great way to build that stability in through the back. It's going to help build the strength in through the back of the body to be able to lift the leg up into a scorpion or a arabesque. You have to be arabesque before you scorpion, and building that functional strength as well.
And this last exercise is a rolling exercise. We're going to work on rolling from our stomach to our back, leading with our legs. You're going to do this on both sides. With the camera, I can't set up to do both legs in this position. So I'm going to work on my left leg, but whatever you do on one side, repeat on the other so that you keep yourself balanced. We're going to start with our arms out straight to the side and your head turned to the side. You're going to bend your knee, lift it up towards the ceiling, reach that leg all the way back towards the floor. And you'll feel a really nice stretch in the front of the hip. You also will get some chest work. When that gets easy, you could go arms overhead, making sure we're keeping the arm down so that we get a stretch through the front of the chest as well. So this is going to incorporate some upper body mobility, loosening up the front of the chest, as well as stretching through the front of the hip and creating some stability into the lower back. I love these rolling exercises. This is called a scorpion exercise to help improve that mobility and strength all in one exercise.
These 3 exercises are not meant to be specific for your cheerleader, but they should feel okay on every cheerleader. If anything hurts, you should get that checked out. They're going to create some mobility as well as stability, and then controlled mobility with the strength with rolling. They're very important to help improve the hip mobility and build back strength. It's also very important to have some front core strength as you are working on your back exercises, because that helps to control where your body is in space, and keeping the abs tight as well as the back strong will help balance everything out. So give them a try. Don't work through pain. See how they feel. Make sure they do them every day. Give it a good 3 weeks and see how your mobility improves. If it's a little bit but not enough, you may need to progress them and do some more. And if you're not making changes, they might not be the right exercise for you. Never force something. Forcing motions and forcing something to stretch just makes that muscle tighten back up. So never force something. Always go to your comfort level, and something feels good, do a little bit more of it and keep working in that direction. Give them a try and let me know how you do. Leave a comment below to let me know how your mobility is going.